Capricorn, welcome to your solstice reading for December 2023. A message about getting into your strengths. There's a very particular thing going on with Capricorn, and I'm going to be doing a birthday special reading for you guys on this channel. So have a look out for that. We're going to go into a few cards, but we're going to go into a lot of things, and it's going to be sort of like an overview of 2024. We do have the 2024 live readings as well between the 27th and the 30th of December, where you can ask questions according to what is being pulled in the way of cards for you in regards to your coming year. In order to ask those questions, you're going to have to be subscribed to the channel. So don't forget to subscribe and click that bell and stuff like that. Yes, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one for the whole of the year. The 2024 reading. Let's have a look at your solstice reading. This is the message that comes through from the solstice, and we've been done the collective message, and it was all about playing to your strengths and combining your strengths with others. So basically, the other person sort of provides the strength for your weaknesses, and you provide the strength for their weaknesses. So we help each other out here. And once we start playing to our strengths, this is when we can really take this reality to another level, I think. Okay, so let's just have a quick look on you on this side here on what's going on for you for the message that's coming through from the solstice. On relationship side, it's very practical, actually, surprisingly for Capricorn, that would be. It's very, very practical, and it's all about starting a journey that you are engaged with and you are creating. And the understandings that you would have accumulated over the past 15 years, because that's why you got to watch your birthday special. It's quite interesting. What's coming out for Capricorn and stuff like that, and there's a lot of things you would have learned about life and about yourself and about emotions over the last sort of like 12-15 years, as I say. And now it's a case of finally starting to getting ready to put them into action, put your learning into action. That's what it seems like on your relationship side, and combining it with other people in a very productive way. There's nothing about love here. I'll tell you that now. There's nothing about love. I think it's a very, the message that's coming through is a very, as I said, very practical, very physical sort of sense that comes through it. And that's what seems to be going on in your relationship side. There's a lot of nurturing going on. There's a lot of starting journeys and exploring those understandings that is within you and combining them beautifully with the people that are around you. On your financial side, it's almost like a message to understand something that something's dead, done and dusted with in a way. When you marry yourself with your cause, if you've been really working on something for a long period of time, by the looks of things are going to finally start paying off for you because you get into alignment with yourself. Okay. With the overall energies, you get the Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Do apologise. Seven of Pentacles. And this is a realization, and this is what the overall message I think is really important for you, and it's something that's bringing you to a discovery of how to put things into action. Therefore, you change things that were blocking you in the past to actually being an asset for you in the future. And that is also on your financial side more than anything else. But on your relationship side here, it's nurturing how you create the relationships that are around you, not only through stimulation, mental stimulation, intellectual stimulation. That seems to be coming out a lot. And I think you're learning a lot about energy as well here. In this message, it's a learning of how to put your energy into the combined energies that are around you in a really practical, logical way, but very honest, very exciting, very bubbly, I think. But it works. It seems to work really well for you. And that's that whole nurturing aspect for you. That's a realization. On your karmic path, on your relationship side, you get the hangman. Yeah, I think you've learned a huge amount over the past years. And it's quite literally years. And this is coming to a pinnacle in your life. It really is coming to a point of no return in a way, in a good sense. In the fact that, you know, you've climbed that mountain, and once you get to the top, there's no other way up. It's all going, it's downhill from there, in a good sense, in the fact that it's easier, you know, and life starts flowing in your sort of directions. And I think the message for this here is to take your understanding, take your knowledge of what's been going on in your life, in your emotions, within you, in regards to your relationships, and start applying them in connection with the vibration that is around you, or the people that are around you, in a way that becomes a lot more sort of productive. And it's not your fault that it hasn't been productive, and it's not the fault of anybody else's. It's a case of energy here. And this seems to be that you're now starting to practice and apply understandings within the energy world, which makes all the difference. And you will see things in a different light in regards to your interaction in your relationships with everybody that is around you. From the universe, you're getting the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is sort of kind of going, yes, seeing things in a different way, start nurturing your pathway, but it's also, you know, you're very good at planning, Capricorn. And the problem is for Capricorn is that you plan lots of different things. And unfortunately, not all come to fruition. But you work hard on the things that work, basically. And here I think it needs a bit more structure. And I think the universe is asking you for this, a bit more structure. And I think once you start doing this and you start combining your understanding with the world around you, that's when you start creating opportunities for you to explore and voyage within the relationships that are around you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it might be for some of you that you have to travel far in order to engage in those relationships. But I also think there's a degree of exploring the relationship in a very emotional sort of sense, and just taking it and planning for the next level, as it were. Your past self is in your guides are sort of saying to you, you should recognize the good work that you've done in the past on yourself. And I think you're bringing something very solid, tangible to the relationships that you can combine very easily with people that are around you in a very productive way. And this could be love as much as it could be family, friends, community, that sort of thing, in a very productive way. And I think it's what you're going to do is you're going to end up drawing people towards you who have also done that sort of work. And it feels like, in regards to the quality of your relationships that are around you, really does take a step up. And then you've got on the energy that's sort of like pulling you forward, bringing you to the fore, is the Page of Swords. And this is this mental, intellectual stimulation of creating your path, because that's what Pages does. And on the overall outcome, you've got the Page of Pentacles as well, which is really good for you because this is straight up your street. It's learning about the medium-term cycle, so 9 month sort of cycles, really, more than anything else. How you apply yourself in the world, how you plant your seeds, what rewards you get, how you create your luck and chance in the life with everything like that. And that's what comes up with that, and that's what's coming out of that. And I think you're learning that. And the first engagement is this understanding of your mental or your air energy within this whole sort of scenario. And you've got this air that sort of runs through you, that comes through you. It sort of snakes through you like this. And then you have air down on your karmic path and the connection with the with the universe on your physical sense. So there's a very mental stimulation to your world, and it's playing up through here. And because you've got that fixed air that comes through on that section there, this is going to make this tie in with this, and it's going to help you to not only plan for the future, but it's also going to help you enormously in the way in which you engage on a longer term plan, as it were, or engage with the energy that is around you, and also engage with the relationships that are around you. And I think it's going to be very uplifting, because you've got that your cardinal earth that comes up through the top there, and at the base around the bottom, which is on the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Pentacles, you get the fire and air, the mutable fire and the fixed air, which gives you that constant mental stimulation within your relationships, which is what you're learning to decipher or create that pathway. But it also, that fire, that mutable fire, will adapt according to what is needed in the way of extra passions within your physical world to help stimulate your relationships. And that will create that directional earth that you have within you, that you are, to actually apply in your life. And it does create a lot of luck for you. It's absolutely beautiful. On your relationship side, you get the Hierophant. On your financial side, sorry, not your relationship side, your financial side, on your karmic path, on your financial side. And here you get, on this side here, you get fixed air and fixed water. And you have a lot more water in you than you do actually earth, generally. And there's a lot of emotions, your emotions run very deep within you. And I think this is a way in which you're finally marrying by obstination, in a way. That's why you got the fixed earth, fixed water and fixed air. It's very emotionally, it's consistent. Mentally, it's very consistent, your karmic path in the physical world. And this is what brings you to success in life. And I think once you start realizing this and you start marrying yourself to it, to your karmic path, and this is what the message is all about coming out of the solstice for you, it brings you into a powerful place, into a place where you have a lot of wealth of experience, of knowledge, of understanding. You may even have sort of like, finances that start coming into your life, most definitely. And just a whole new cycle out of something that you're may have been driving for a long, long time. On the influence from the universe, and this is where we get the cardinal water and the cardinal air, you get the death and rebirth here. And this is real direction for you. And this is a very stimulating direction, a new direction, that helping you to marry those longer term plans that you've been concentrating on. This is very stimulating change in your life, which helps to sort of give focus to your emotions, in how you take in emotions from the world, from the material world around you, and how also that you project your mental energies. And I think this is where it's all starting to come into alignment for a whole new cycle for you. On your connecting your past to your future, you have the Eight of Swords. Now you do have this fixed water that goes through like that, and it's protecting your inner core. And sometimes, Capricorn, you can protect your inner core so much that you end up, I want to sort of making a prison for yourself. And sometimes it's detrimental for you. And any sort of obligations, any sort of jobs or businesses or projects that you've been doing that are not giving you the results, but making you feel like that you're stuck in a rut, should be coming to an end. That's part of your past. And I think this is what the message comes through from the solstice. It's part of your past, and that is your future. You get the Four of Pentacles here, Four of Swords. Sorry, I keep getting all the mixed up between the between the things here at the moment. It's you get the Four of Swords here, and this is about regrouping, healing to you, resting, and I think that's resting from putting a lot of effort into things that just they've stagnated now. And at the base of this, and this is where it's coming, the nurturing's coming from. You get the fixed water and the fixed air going through you, and this helps you to get a focal point that's fixed on your emotions, of how you're engaging your emotions with the outside world, but also a fixed point on your mental stimulus, which is coming in from this new cycle on the Death card, and it helps you to regroup it all together. And I think this gives you a new emphasis or a new momentum as you go forward. And out of this, and I think this comes in from the Death card, the Death and Rebirth card. At the end, general outcome is I think, quite a considerable change in your fortunes. And you should watch your birthday special. It will, I will eventually, once it comes out, because I think it's going to be coming out after this. So once it's out, it will be linked in at the end of this reading, so you can go and watch it. But if not, you'll be able to find it on our channel. I think you've got a big opportunity to allow things to start working in your favor, rather than having to battle your way through, which is a big change for you, Capricorn, which is a big change for you. Okay, let's just do a bit of clarification on the Light Seers card. Don't forget about the yearly readings that are going to be the lives between the 27th and the 30th of December. If you want to be part of it, as I said, you've got to subscribe in order to ask questions. But also, when you're subscribed, click that bell, so then you get the notifications of when the lives will be happening, so you can ask those questions directly. There's also links in the description below where you can book up private readings or healing sessions with myself. It's quite easy to do. You can just follow it through, and you'll find the diary of available dates that are coming up for you. Yes, apart from that, thank you very much for being here, and all the support that you give to this channel is absolutely brilliant. With the Seven of Pentacles, you get the Three of Swords. I think that's what that healing is all about. And I think this productivity and the creation of your new pathway, because this is the overall energy. This is, I don't think this is one-to-one relationship here. This is more a case of, it's as if like you're nurturing a brand new future. And it seems to be the case that that's what's happening. You're creating a whole new pathway for you. And in that creation of that pathway, you're saying goodbye to painful situations in the past, which may have made you feel like that you were in a repetitive situation, or that you take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back sort of scenario. And that's both within your financial life as within your relationship side. And I think you're nurturing your way out of this and away from that painful, anything painful in the past. On the Hangman, you get the King of Cups. Yeah, I think once you start seeing things differently, and the message is here to create your pathway and your connections with others in a very good quality way, using your experiences in the past, will make you feel, and your karmic path is to actually, is to go forward in a very sincere and sort of relaxed manner about it all, although very much in contact with your emotions, but not allowing your emotions to destroy your pathway. That's what it seems to be like here, because of the connection with the past stuff that's going on. With the Two of Wands, you get the Eight of Cups. I think this is what the Eight of Cups is. The universe is, if you want to go forward, you're going to need to plan. And once you do, that's when you're going to have to start walking towards it. And I think you've got to walk away from that more than anything else on your relationship side. And I think the universe is sort of saying, you know, you can plan for something really beautiful here in your future. And once you do plan for that sort of future, that's when you can start walking towards the sunshine, your happiness within your life. And it's within you, not within someone else. So, there's no one to blame here. There's not another person to blame. There's not you to blame. It's more energy, situations and timing. And I think this timing now is starting to change and come and build in your favour, basically. With the Three of Pentacles, that connection with other people, that good quality work that you've done is going to make you enthusiastic and encourage that magical connection with other people that creates a lot of synchronicity, that creates a lot of doing things, of activities and stuff like that. That when you're doing it, you should be there, present, that you're not thinking and you're not elsewhere. You're there with the situation, with the person or with the activity or whatever it is. You're there and you're connected to that moment in a very enthusiastic way. That's when you can allow your enthusiasm to come to the surface. With this Page of Swords, you get the King of Swords. So we've now got the King of Cups and the King of Swords here. With the Page of Swords, I think is once you start realizing it and you start creating that pathway and stimulating through your stimulus, through your intellect, through your ideas, through your mental engagement. The moment you start doing that, you're going to make judgments. You can see things very clearly and make judgments as you go forward. And this wisdom that you're bringing forward into your relationships is, is very, very powerful indeed. It gives you a very regal, or this is why I think people are going to start coming to you as well with the Three of Pentacles. It's going to create a lot of satisfaction or a lot of charisma. That's the word I'm looking for. You're going to create a lot of charisma around you. And this gives... Okay, so with the Page of Pentacles, and this is what I'm talking about, sort of like now starting to work on the longerish term plans in regards to your relationships. This Eight of Wands here gives you that focal point to what seeds you should be planting, how to cultivate your luck or your chance within relationships, and your engagement within relationships in a very passionate way. And really working to a much longer term sort of plan rather than short termism. And it's going to give you that insight that's going to come from that previous understanding, and also that understanding in regards to your emotions and how you have complete and utter control over your emotions. Let's just have a look on what's going on in your financial side. I've just noticed, I've been pulled to it. There's one card that has been sitting out of the pack. When I picked this pack up, I left one card on the table. Yeah. Two of Swords. I wanted to put it there on the overall energies here. And I think this ties into the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, because you've got the 2, 3, 4. There is a very progressive thing going on here, certainly within your financial place. And I think it's a difficult decision that you need to take, because you don't like giving up on things, Capricorn. It's very difficult for you to give up on something. And I think there's a case here of a difficult choice to give up on something in order for something else to grow. And sometimes, like when you're doing tomato plants and when you grow tomato plants, you have the greedy stem that comes off out, by the leaf that creates flowers and fruits, but that's going to take away the production of your main fruits. And you've got to cut them off. Otherwise, your main fruits won't grow. And I think this is a difficult choice, and you've got to nurture that into existence. Very much nurture that into existence. So with the Hierophant, you get the sunshine. I think it's going to make you incredibly happy. I think it's also going to make you a leader making this decision here. Because you're going to be nurturing something that's really, really fulfilling to you. And with that Hierophant, I think you're marrying yourself to the idea of actually enjoying your success. Because sometimes, Capricorn, it's difficult for you to enjoy your success. But here it seems like you're finally getting into alignment with the idea that, yeah, it's actually really good. And it's going to shine a bit of a light on you. And I think that's what's going to help you to push you on and free you up from where you're coming from. The Death and Rebirth, you get the Queen now. You've got the King of Cups, you've got the Queen of Cups, you've got the Death and Rebirth cards, and the Sun and the Hierophant. And what's that all about? That's all about you marrying your emotions. Finally getting to a point where, because your emotions run deep here, and this Rebirth card here is a rebirth of your emotions, your engagement, your enthusiasm for something that's been there for some time. And it's going to, as you radiate this, it's going to make you feel, very happy. And that sort of happiness is going to be very infectious with people that are around you. It's going to make you, it's going to help bring in that wheel of fortune, that change of success when you hear the message of what you should be doing or where you should be going. And the way you engage in it is really, let go of things that are not been giving you anything. That whole sort of tomato plant scenario, which I was just talking about, which has made you feel trapped and imprisoned. I think I used the word earlier on. And it's making you're not earning as much as you should be. You're not getting as much, you haven't been getting as much success as you should be. That's the past. How is this healing process, this Four of Swords, how is this healing process going to help you to sort of go forth? The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands could be a procrastination path. So you got the Two of Wands that are in the... You've got one that's in the background and two of wands that are stuck in the thing. And this person doesn't have a wand in their hand. They don't actually have the direction in their hands. And this is why it could be considered a procrastination card of you should be getting on and doing your journey. And there is a degree of that. But there's also a degree here. The healing process here is this person here wants to go surfing. And there's loads of waves out there on the surf there, out to sea, as it were. And when you do surfing, you obviously you have a look at the waves before you go out on them, because then you can see where it's breaking, so then you know where to paddle out and everything like that. But also, it's also good to sort of take the time to see the sets of waves coming in, so then you can judge also, when the best wave will come out of the set of waves and stuff like that. And I think there's a degree of that, of sort of choosing the wave of reality that sort of like corresponds to you, corresponds to your happiness. And that is what is going to propel you into your future. With the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Two of Wands. Again, it's exactly what I was talking about there. It is going to need planning and maybe even travel within this whole sort of scenario. But because you're choosing it, this is where the Wheel of Fortune comes into play. Things start playing into your favor, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to fall from the sky. You've got to nurture it as you go forward. But as you do nurture it as you go forward, when things really start working in your favor is because you're actioning plans for your success that I think have been around for a long time. And I think this is really good for you. It makes you feel productive. It makes you feel satisfied and encourages you to take it to the next level. And once you start doing that, that's when your luck is going to start play into your plans of what you've had inside you as long-term plans in regards to your career path and your business and your projects. Okay, So there you go, Capricorn. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate your support that you give to this channel. Don't forget about your birthday special as well. And also those live yearly readings, which is going to be going between the 27th and the 30th of December. I will see you there for that. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.